Hello my friends, it is Aimee Esther here, and today we are talking about positivity with chronic pain. Is that possible? I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to watch this and find out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for you to be here today. We are talking about positivity, mental health with chronic pain. So, if you haven't been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make videos about my life with chronic illness and sharing tips and tricks with you and just how to do all the things with chronic illness. So if that interests you, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. Today we are talking about positivity with chronic pain. I have lots of chronic pain. If you look in the description below, I made a video sharing all the symptoms that I have. And there are a lot because I have several chronic illnesses and I feel this pain every single day. So if you're interested in what pain I feel every day, head over to that video and watch that. And today I wanted to share with you how I get through those hard days when everything hurts and how I stay positive and happy. Now, first of all, I am not always positive and happy, and I have suffered from severe depression and anxiety, and I had such bad depression when things were really bad, and I wish I would have done a few more of these things when I was severely depressed. Things are a lot better now. However, of course I still have bad days. Of course I have days where I'm complaining and I just want all of this pain to go away, but overall I am just doing so much better, and I just feel so amazing while living with this chronic pain, and I did not think it was even possible to feel happy and content and whole while living with all this chronic pain and fatigue. So here are 10 tips for you to be more positive while living with chronic pain. Tip number 1 is to accept that this is your life and to be okay with that, and to accept that your life might not be normal like it used to be or as other people show, and that's okay. It's just accepting that it is okay to have a different life than what you thought your life would be, to feel differently than you want to feel. It's okay to not be able to do the things you want to do. So just trying your hardest to accept that this is your life. So in order to accept it, one thing that has really helped me is I've been listening to the Life Coach School by Brooke Castillo. She has a podcast and she talks about how circumstances are neutral. So anything that's outside of your control, it's just neutral. So your pain is neutral, and go listen to some of her podcasts. It's hard to really explain in just a quick little video. So listen to a bunch of her podcasts and you can understand a little bit better. But basically, the reason that we feel so terrible and we want it gone and we have all these negative thoughts is just because of our thoughts. It's not because of the pain, and you can choose to feel differently about it. And so when I chose to accept it and be okay with it, rather than trying to fight it and wish that it was gone, it was just changing my thoughts. It wasn't actually changing the pain. The pain is still there. I still feel it every day, but I was able to change my thoughts about the pain so that instead of feeling negative towards it, I'm able to feel more neutral. I don't have to feel happy about it, but I'm able to feel a little more neutral about it. So a really good example of this is after you exercise. After you exercise and then that next day you're sore, right? And you feel this pain in all your muscles, but you feel good. At least I do. Mentally, I'm like, yeah, I did it. I'm feeling this pain because I pushed through and I worked out really hard today. But then when we have this chronic pain that came out of nowhere, we have these negative thoughts about it, like, oh, why is this happening to me? I wanted to do this activity, but now I can't because I'm in pain. But if we had gone to the gym and we were sore, we would have positive thoughts about that same pain. So that is just a good example of how you can feel the same thing. I personally feel muscle pain. That has nothing to do with exercising, but I just feel muscle pain as one of my symptoms. And it's interesting to me that when I feel that pain, a similar type pain, when I exercise, I can be happy and excited about it, but I am so negative and sad about it when it just comes from my chronic illness. So when I decided to not necessarily be excited and happy about my chronic pain, but just change those thoughts from so negative and hateful and hurtful towards myself to positive, accepting thoughts, then I felt so much better. And again, go listen to the Life Coach School or my favorite, Jody Moore with Better Than Happy. She has a podcast as well, and they both talk about the same thing. The second tip I have for you is to meditate. I actually took a mindfulness class, which is similar to meditation. So meditation or mindfulness, both of those are very helpful in just getting your mind off of your pain. There are tons of YouTube videos out there about meditation and mindfulness, so I am not an expert on it. Go check out some of the experts, but that has really helped me. And number 3 is to write it down. Write down and journal your pain. So I have noticed when I kind of take a step out of my body and instead I just write down, like, what does it really feel like? What does my muscle pain feel like? What does my stomach pain feel like? It's like I'm taking a step out of my body and looking at it from an outside perspective, and for some reason that just really helps me. So I will journal about it. If I'm in a lot of pain and I'm complaining, I will journal exactly what I'm feeling and really thinking about what am I experiencing right now. And it doesn't seem quite as bad. I also do this with anxiety and depression. When I'm having those types of mental pain, I will write down exactly my anxiety feels like a pit in my stomach. I'll write down what that feels like. And I don't know, something about writing it down just helps me out a lot. Tip number 4 is to make a gratitude list every single day. I start every day by writing 3 things I am grateful for, and it just helps me to look on the positive side, not be so negative about my life, and to remember all the wonderful, beautiful things that are in my life, even while I'm dealing with this chronic pain every day. Tip number 5 is to get up and move. So there's a few things you could do. Of course, everyone knows that exercise helps your mental health. Well, if you don't know that, you should. Exercise will really help your mental health. So if you can exercise, get out and exercise. I know exercise helps my physical pain, and it helps my mental pain. If you really feel like you cannot exercise for whatever reason, whatever your physical pain is, and you cannot exercise, just get out of the house. Go on a walk, or just sit outside on your front porch, or even just go on a little drive. I know when I was really sick, I had a really hard time because I was just inside all the time. We lived in a basement apartment, which was dark, and I just felt trapped, and I almost felt like I was trapped in a cage, and it just made my depression worse, and it made my pain feel much, much worse. And so getting out, get out of your house, however you want to do that, however you can do that, get out, get moving, and you will feel a lot better. Number 6 is just to smile. Even if you don't want to, you don't feel like it doesn't have to be for any reason, just smile for no reason at all. Look at yourself in the mirror and just smile. Go walk around a store and just smile at someone. I don't know why this works, but it just does. Tip number 7 is to let go of what you cannot control. Stop trying to control everything. I have a really hard time with this. I just want to control everything. I want to know exactly what's going to happen in my life. I want to stop the pain. I want to solve for everything, but you cannot always do that if you have chronic pain. So notice what you can control, notice what you can't control, and you can change what you can control, but what you can't control, you just need to let go and accept it. Number 8 is to celebrate the small wins. So I will make a video about this. I've talked about it a little bit, but I have what's called a minimum baseline, which is just the minimum I do things. So for example, exercise, I just do 5 minutes, 5 days a week. So most of the time I will exercise longer than that. I'll exercise for around 30 minutes. But when I'm having a bad flare-up, when I'm just not having time and I feel stressed and I just can't get to the gym for 30 minutes, my minimum is to go for 5 minutes. And that may seem like it's not gonna do anything for me, but it actually does a lot because it keeps me consistent. It keeps me keeping my commitments to myself, and I celebrate those days. I celebrate when I get to the end of the week and I've worked out for 5 minutes for 5 days a week. So celebrate the small things. Be proud of yourself. Even if it doesn't seem like you're moving mountains, it just takes a little step at a time. Tip number 9 is to reach out to a friend, talk to someone, call someone, maybe call someone who is in a similar situation as you are and can relate to you. Message someone who knows what you're going through. Find a pen pal. Talk to someone, make a friend, and confide in them. Tell them what's going on. And tip number 10 is to seek professional help. So whether that is a life coach, which has personally helped me a lot. I know there is a life coach here on YouTube, Abby Winslow, and she is amazing. So I'll link her down below and you can go check out some of her videos. And then, like I said, one of my life coaches is Jody Moore, and she's really awesome. So someone like a life coach or a counselor, if that's helpful for you. I personally found more help in life coaches, but it depends on your personality. But definitely seek out a counselor or a life coach or someone who is professionally trained to help you feel more positive, feel more happy in your situation. So I hope that this video is helpful for you. If you have any suggestions for me or for anyone watching this video of other things that you can do to be more positive and happy, well, I don't know if you can hear my baby. She just woke up from her nap, so we'll finish this up. Anyway, so if you have any tips for me or anyone else, please leave them down below, and I hope this video was enjoyable for you. If it was, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a beautiful, happy day. Stay positive. I am rooting for you. You're in my prayers. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.